to the exposure sheet, and you'll notice a couple of things. The sound element now has extended frames in it, all the way down to frame 168. And what that means is that sound file that is being streamed from the hard disk takes up 168 frames. Now that's fine, but we have to also extend the nose and the face and the eyes down to 168 as well. So we'll just do that before we continue. That just means that they won't be moving during the animation, only the mouth will be moving. And we can do that by shift clicking, then right click on one of the cells and extend exposure, and all those blank frames are now filled in to the length of the sound. But not our mouth. Our mouth is separate, you'll notice. We're going to use the software to link the mouth to the sound file automatically. Before we can do the linking, we need to provide the images, which we haven't done yet. So we'll select image A and we'll draw it. Once again, I'm going to use actually I'll use the brush tool, but I'm only using the mouse to draw with, so it's not going to look very good. If you remember back to the template images, that the example images, A was just a fairly normal smile, and that's good enough. I'm going to press the S key to proceed to the next frame, and I can press the A key to go back. Now when I go to the next frame by pressing S, the previous image disappears, and that was mouth A. You can see it going up and down there. What I can do is turn on the onion skin feature, which we find here, and set it, it's already turned on by the way, and set it to show the previous drawing. And then when we go back to our drawing view, you can see the previous frame shows up as a pink image. Now to draw the B drawing, we noticed it was open mouth but not terribly wide, so we'll draw that about like that and then fill it in. Actually, I won't fill it in yet, I'll fill it in with a red colour in a minute. The next frame, C, was very wide, but not all the way to the bottom. Finally, D was extremely wide, very wide opening, extending down to the bottom of the face. It's far from perfect, but not to worry. E was a different sort of shape, like maybe a G sound, and it was kind of like that, maybe. F was the U sound. G was something like that, I think, for an F sound. And then finally X was our expressionless mouth, very similar to the first one. And that's good enough for me. Now what I'm going to go and do is go back to the first frame, and frame B actually, because that's the first one that needs it, and I'll fill those colours in. I'll choose a red colour. just using the S key to go through the frames. And that takes us through to X. So we now have our images set up that are going to be linked to the audio file. To link these images to the sound file, it's very simple. We'll just right click on the sound element and click Modify Lip Sync Mapping. When we do that, this dialog appears. Now you can see there's a source element we need, which is the sound, which we have loaded up, and the destination element. Now mouse is selected already, but if you open that drop down list, you can see there's eyes, face and nose. We want mouth, and the software wants these file names A, B, C, D and E, F and X for the image files. And we've done that by naming our 8 images already to A, B, C, D, E, F, G and X. And what it's saying is, if it finds those images, it's going to map these, what it thinks should sound like these expressions, to those images. And we've done that, so we'll click OK. And it actually went through and set up all our mouth pictures under the mouth element and place them side by side with the audio track all the way down to the bottom, and you can see down to frame 168 we have the whole track filled in there. Now just by playing this within the camera view window, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's actually filled in all the gaps for us. There's no doubt that selected. We couldn't hear anything because we have sound turned off. We need to turn on sound under the play menu. Turn playback sound on. And when we play now, we'll hear it. And there you have it. I hope that helped you in your lip syncing endeavours.